Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day. So this slide is actually to present conceptual papers titled Online Learning Faced by Educators During the Endemic COVID-19. The main author for this paper is Puan Munirah binti Muhammad Jidi. She is a senior lecturer from UiTM Cawangan Melaka, and I'm the correspondent author, Nur Faizah binti Jami'an, and I came from the same university. The purpose of this paper is to critically review and synthesize the article on issues of challenges faced by educators during online learning at higher education. As we know, for the past 2 years, we have been experiencing a pandemic called COVID-19, which is now we are going to the phase of endemic, and we realize that people are slowly adjusting their life to it. At higher institutions, faculty members are actively finding ways and solutions in making sure the teaching and learning process is kept on track. Educators realized that face-to-face meetings are no longer applicable during this time, and they are in the need to find another mode of communications promptly. Therefore, online classes, online webinar, and all online platforms are options for educators in delivering lectures and at the same time disseminating information to their students. Nevertheless, there are challenges, obstacles, and also issues among educators when they are conducting online classes. The educators' readiness, the acceptance of technology among them, and many more are issues that need to be put into considerations in implementing online classes. These are the keywords for this paper, which are online classes, challenges, higher institutions, COVID-19, endemic, and educators. As we all know, COVID-19 has struck Malaysia on March 2020, spreading and at alarming rate, and most of the country were taking drastic measures to overcome it. Malaysia's government has decided to shut down businesses and learning institutions as an effort to ensure the disease will not worsen the country's situations. In the perspective of the educators, the changing platform from physical class to online class have several challenges. So in this paper, the challenges identifies are the engagement between educators and the student, the technology and also the resources needed in order to make the online learning environment effective. This conceptual paper uses a systematic review methods in literature searching and reviewing to identify, select, appraise, analyze, and synthesize research studies on this topic. Objective of this review paper was to identify challenges of implementing online classes faced by the educators in higher institutions post-pandemic of COVID-19. Reviewed the empirical research papers which are ranged between the years of 2004 to 2022. So the next part is on the literature review, where 5 points will be discussed in these sections, which are definitions of online learning, online webinar, institutions' effort, educators' challenges, engagement between educators and the student, and finally technology and the resources needed in online learning environment. Before we go further on the challenges, these are some of the definitions of online learning, or known as e-learning. E-learning is also known as virtual education, online training, open training, and web-based learning, where the internet is the primary tool in implementing learning. The Learning and Management System, or LMS, or Virtual Learning Environment, VLE, are commonly used to launch online learning environments such as Moodle and Blackboard. Online learning is usually defined as opposed to face-to-face learnings, and its most notable aspect is the absence of the physical classroom. Thus, in making sure the e-learning or online learning runs smoothly, most of the educators is preparing to conduct online webinars. By online webinars, it can promote participation in some aspect of the online workshop and was thought to complement other online learning options. As found by Warren, student also mentions at the webinar provided an opportunity for social contact. From the articles, we found that there are several educators' challenges faced during the online learning. A study conducted in Saudi Arabia, where they found that the educators face a number of difficulties in introducing online learning. The absence of educators training in online teaching skill is a big barrier. As a result, teachers have struggled to keep up with the continuously changing nature of learning technology. A few instructors have remained skeptical of online learning, and the result has been disappointing. Add to that, Irfan Titol has conducted a study that examined the challenges of implementing online learning in classroom setting to transitions to e-learning. He's also identified that there are availability of a feature in the academic portals, the limited interactions with the student, and limitations in exploring in specific courses such as mathematical symbols. This certainly can be used as further research on the challenges and obstacles faced by students in using e-learning, the development of the e-learning system of each tertiary institution, and also the resolution related to mathematical symbols that tend to be difficult if written on several e-learning platforms. Haider and Al Salman found that stress among academic staff in Jordan, fear and concerns about getting the virus, as well as social isolation, locked down the time and effort required to complete online assignment, and at the same time the inability to resume their research activities. Several papers has identified the engagement between educators and students also become one of the big challenges faced by educators. The presence of a competent instructor who is committed to student support must be a priority in pedagogy of online teaching as online learning. Lack of interpersonal communications can be harmful to the student. At the same time, it can reduce the motivations of the educators. McBrien et al. Claim that participation in a virtual classroom using synchronous online classes affect the element of transactional distance theories. After reviewing the past research article ranging from 2004 to 2022, it was found that there are few past studies that examine the challenges faced by educators during online classes. Not only them, faculty also should give proper guidance and technological support to both students and educators. This review paper opens up the opportunities for future research in which researchers could do qualitative research in searching broader view and opinion from the respondent. In that way, we might find another issue on online learning and can solve the problem in future. So as the conclusions, many challenges faced by the educator at higher institutions, hoping that the result of this study could be used by higher institutions or university management to strategize on how to overcome the issues and to put concerns on the well-being of the educator and the productivity of his institutions. Alhamdulillah, we have come to the end of the presentations. Thank you for lending me your ears and listens to my presentations. Have a good day. Assalamualaikum.